Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is my favorite day, and that is because I received my LASHYBOX in the mail, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and trying on all the lashes. If for those of you who don't know what LASHYBOX is, it's a monthly subscription of eyelashes. The price of the full-size LASHYBOX is $13.99, and they do charge for shipping, so in total it comes out to $18 to get your box shipped. But they're really quick with shipping. Usually they charge you on the first of the month, and either by the 1st or 2nd the box is already shipped. I did receive my box yesterday, which was the 7th of July. It took longer than usual. Sometimes they mail it out on the 1st or the 2nd, and I already have the box by like the 4th or 5th of the month, sometimes even the 3rd. But this time USPS decided to take forever and send my box. There is four or three different variations of the box. I received the full-size LASHYBOX. There's also a drama box that comes with, I believe, 3 to 4 pairs of dramatic lashes and 1 makeup item. The other box is the soft glam box, which comes with natural lashes and a makeup item as well. And the last box is the extra large box, and it comes with, I believe, 4 lashes and 2 to 3 full-size makeup items. I did receive that one last month, and I got a face palette from Kokie Cosmetics. I received an eyeshadow palette, I believe it was from Rude Cosmetics, and 3 different lashes, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly well what was in the box, but it's definitely worth it if you're an eyelash lover like I am. I've had LASHYBOX since, I believe, January of last year, and my lash collection has grown immensely. Not gonna lie, I'm already on my way to fill up my second lash diary. And for those of you who don't know what a lash diary is, it's basically a lash book where you can transfer all your lashes to keep them and to save more space, because let's be honest, lash boxes take up so much space, and it's just plastic, unnecessary plastic. And this just fits in any drawer, and you have them all organized. You can write the name, have all the styles put together exactly the same. So I definitely recommend this. This is actually from LASHYBOX. It costs $14.99, and they also have a lash diary that comes with lashes already. That is $64.99. But if you're just looking for a place to store your lashes, I definitely recommend this. I'm going to be filling it up shortly since I just received it. It's actually very time consuming, because the way I like to organize it is I write the name down and then I glue it on top of the, I like to write the name down of the lash and then glue it on top so I know which style is which. I don't like to have them without any style names. Enough of the lash diary, let's move on to the box. So this is the full-size LASHYBOX. Let's go ahead and see what they have inside. It does come with this, what is this called? A plastic protector, so that the lashes don't get ruined, but they're not gonna get ruined because it's inside of a box. And here is the set of lashes that we received. This month they sent pure LASHYBOX lashes, and these are actually really good quality. I'm not gonna lie, they're better than the expensive kind of lashes, and I've tried every kind, indie brands, expensive lashes, magnetic lashes, and I have to say that LASHYBOX is one of my favorite lashes to use on an everyday basis. In this month's box they did include 2 natural styles. The style is Spicy and Jamaica. Here are the lash styles that are more on the natural side. We also did receive lashes more on the dramatic side. This one is Rio and this one is Demi. They're so beautiful and full, and the lash band is so comfortable on the eyelid. I'm not even exaggerating when I say you do not feel the lashes on your eyes. The next item in the box is this Rude Cosmetics Rude Flicks Original Series City of Pastel Lights palette. It comes with 12 irresistible pastel pigment and eyeshadow shades. This is the exterior packaging. Here is the inside of the palette. It comes with 12 beautiful shades, and it also comes with a mirror, so I love that. A palette with a mirror is always a good one, because it's a hassle having to have your palette in one hand and then a mirror in the other, and then the brush to put the eyeshadow on your eyelids. So it comes with handy when they do have mirrors inside the palette. I did go ahead and swatch some of the eyeshadows on the back of my hand, and they're not too bad. They have pigment in them. I did have to swatch it twice on my hand to get good enough color payoff for you to see, but overall for pastels, I don't think they look bad on the back of my hand. I do have to see how they look on the eyelid, because some pastels tend to be really hard to blend once on the eyelid, and even with primer, some pastel shades just don't show up and they're not vibrant enough. But I'm looking forward to testing it out on my eyes and doing an eye look for you guys, and to see whether the quality of the palette is good or not. I have previously tried a Rude Cosmetic palettes actually in my LASHYBOX, and it was actually really good, easy to blend, and it was pigmented enough. So let's hope and see that this pastel palette is as good as the ones that I've tried before. Let's go ahead and get to testing this palette. I'm actually looking forward to use the shadows, and I did forget to mention previously, the shadows are all matte. There's no shimmers in here, which is kind of good because usually palettes always come with a lot of shimmer. I forget to mention that the shades in the palette all come with names, and the names are actually written on the bottom of the palette, which is good because sometimes palettes come without names or they're stamped on the back of the palette, and it's kind of a hassle to look back at the palette and see what shade you're going into, especially if you like doing videos or doing tutorials. Let's be real, you're not gonna look at the back of the palette to explain which shade you're going into, so it's always best when the palettes come with the name printed below the shadow. So I like that about the palette. Also, the shades are in the back, and they also have the name of the shades. And what I think is really cool is that the shades on the back actually are the shades that are inside the palette, the color and everything. So if you do your makeup and then you want to go back and reference to see what shadows you did, or if someone asks you, you can literally just go to the back of the palette instead of having to open it up and search for the shade that you use. So I think that's really cool that Rude Cosmetics included this behind the palette. So let's go ahead and dig into this beautiful palette. Using a Morphe blending brush, I'm going to dip into the shade the Lilac Files, and I'm going to start slowly blending it into my inner corner. Next, with a Morphe shader brush, I'm going to dip into the shade Miami Spice and put that on my inner lid. Something that I already noticed with the palette is that the two purple shades that are included are actually very similar. On the inner corner, I used the shade the Lilac Files, and on the middle of my lid, I used Miami Spice. But honestly, I see no difference. They are practically identical. I'm looking at it, and maybe this one is slightly pinkish, but I did have to pack on more color in the middle of my lid for it to look a little bit darker. So that's a little downside. There's two shades, but they're almost identical. With a BH Cosmetics number 5 brush, I'm going to be lightly pressing the shade Big Little Skies onto my outer corner. Using my Alamar brush and my CoverGirl concealer, I'm going to cut the crease just because I feel like the two purple shades are very similar, so I want to add a little bit more color. Using a Luxie small shader brush, I'm going to apply the shade Blushing Bad onto my inner lid on top of my concealer. I did add my crease because I was just not digging the two purple shades together. They looked honestly very similar. I didn't see any difference from light to dark, and so I cut the crease and added this pink shade, and the palette worked actually very good. It's not bad except for the purple shades. And the pink, I did notice, have a lot of fallout. I didn't have any problem with the blues or the purples, but the pink definitely had fallout. So if you're going to be using this pink shade, I definitely recommend you do it before you apply your foundation, or else you're going to have to touch up, and it does get messy and it does stain a little bit. I was able to fix my foundation though. that's the only thing that I have noticed so far with the palette. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my other eye off camera so that I can come back and try on the lashes with my eyes completely done. For the sake of time, I'm going to be only trying on the eyelash on one of my eyes. That way you guys can see how it looks once applied. And I do want to test out these lashes with the fairly new Kiss glue liner. I want to see if I have to retouch it a lot when I put on a new lash, or I just want to see how it holds up. So I'm also going to be testing it during this video while I try on the lashes. And I am going to speed through the process. I'm just going to quickly pop on the lash, show you how it looks, and then take it off and move on to the next one, because I don't want to do the whole cutting and gluing process on camera, because it does take a while. You do have to measure the lash on your eyelid, see if it's the correct length, and if not, cut the outer edge off. If not, it's going to be poking you all day, and it does look kind of weird if your lash is not the size of your eye. So I'm gonna do that all off camera and just pop the lash on camera so that you can see how it looks. Look, I decided to stick with the style Jamaica. It's actually very natural but a little bit of flimsy. I actually like the lashes a lot, and let me tell you, the eyeliner pen, I did not have to retouch it. I just pulled off the lash and put on the next lash, and it actually stuck. At least for the sake of this video, it worked perfectly well without retouching. Of course, if you're going to be going out or having lashes on all day, then you probably don't want to be pulling them on and off if you want them to stay for a long period of time. I did use this the other day, and I used my lashes. I applied the liner around 9 a.m. and around 1 p.m. the edges were sticking off, but it was a very hot day and I was sweating a lot. But for the purpose of keeping your lashes in place, it's really good, and you can feel when your lashes stick to the liner, which is pretty amazing. And once you pull off the lash, there's no glue residue at all, which is why I like this glue liner pen. But going back to the box, I enjoyed all the styles in this month's full-size LASHYBOX. They were a pretty natural looking. Like I said, the bands are easy to work with, they're comfortable, and they don't poke your eyes at all. And for the palette, it was actually a good, decent palette. Just, I did notice that the pink shade is breaking a little on my crease. That's the only downside. And of course, like I stated previously, the purples were a bit weird, and the only shade that I experienced fallout with is the pink shade. Overall, the value of this box is amazing, and it only is $13.99. So if you're a lash lover, or you're trying to stock up your lash collection, or maybe you just want to give lashes a shot, I definitely recommend that you subscribe to LASHYBOX. They're fast, they're efficient, and they're cheap, and you're never gonna be disappointed. I haven't been disappointed the past year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this makeup look that I did. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm going to link my social media down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications when I upload a video. Bye.